Angel Reese, back in the gym, working on her pull-up, bang. Working on her midi, working on her mid-range game, 15 to 17 feet out, being able to create some space for herself. Yes, this looks embarrassingly slow. No, it is not in slow motion. This is just what we have to work with.
Indiana Fever players have spent the entire offseason grinding away in the gym, and their training clips have blown up online, with Caitlin Clark's alone amassing close to 2 million views in only one day. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's PR team conveniently dropped a video of her working out too, in what honestly feels like one of the most obvious attempts to match the Fever's buzz that I've ever come across.
Desperate response to the Fever's success I've ever seen.
Let's get it! Knockdown! Bang!
Hey man, we got a fire on the poop deck. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! 4!
Bang!
Mayday!
Mayday!
Clear the runway! Brace for impact! AR-5 coming in heavy!
Bang!
Look alive, sunshine! Long 2, will it go through? Haha, no chance. Bang! Is it me, or is there only 2 rows behind the bench and they're like half full? I get better attendance on Monday nights in my men's league.
Come on, man!
The Fever's clips highlight players like Aaliyah Boston, sharpening their post techniques, and Lexi Hull drilling threes for actual in-game execution. But Reese's footage has her acting like she's turning into Steph Curry, throwing up threes. A skill she clearly doesn't need, considering she shot a woeful 44.5% from under 5 feet last season. Let's dig into what's really going on here, and how Reese and her crew are completely missing the bigger picture. If you're hyped for the Fever in 2025, drop champion in the comments right now.
Video has her pretending she's the next Steph Curry shooting three-pointers.
Did you catch how every single Indiana Fever player has been putting in major off-season work inside the gym? These training videos aren't just trending. They're giving a front-row seat to what serious championship readiness truly looks like, unlike some teams that just say they're working. The Fever are showing us every step of their evolution in real time.
We got some footage from in the lab. That's right. She's in the damn gym. I'm just going to keep it real. I guess hell has frozen over, but she is in the gym practicing shots. And as you can imagine, there's real reaction to this.
What really catches your attention in these drills is the exactness in execution. Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull aren't just taking casual shots. They're locking in on three-point accuracy, finishing strong through contact, and polishing mid-range jumpers that fit seamlessly with Clark's on-court playmaking. Hull's attention to detail is especially notable as she refines her catch-and-shoot rhythm and navigates screens, core aspects of the Fever's offensive flow next season.
How are you? Good, how are you? So finally to meet you.
Yes.
Here's what sets this footage apart from typical off-season clips. Keith Porter, the Fever's player development coach, is right there actively coaching. He's not passively watching. He even joined Aaliyah Boston in Massachusetts, proving the organization's investment in individual development. These aren't random shooting sessions. They're intentional practices crafted to meet specific performance goals. Aaliyah Boston's workouts reveal a calculated path of growth. After defenses made key adjustments late last season, she's answering back by refining left-handed post finishes and crafting a smooth floater. This isn't just general skill building, it's a deliberate response to specific problems she faced. Boston's not just putting in reps, she's transforming her game with real intention.
What up, Fever family? It's Coach Keith Porter. Today I got Aaliyah Boston in the gym. We've been working on some footwork, getting up and down the floor. Just working on being better today.
Are you ready for my hit?
We'll make 5 out. Build them backwards.
Yeah.
So eventually we're gonna get to like our whole set, but we're gonna isolate every single action and motion. Yeah. So this is just one of those fucked up motions.
The veteran core is matching that energy. Natasha. Howard Brianna Turner and Dana Bonner are drilling pick-and-roll techniques, getting ready to fully exploit the openings that Clark's elite vision creates. The way individual drills tie into broader team dynamics shows that the Fever are forming something serious, a system where each player's improvement fuels the team's overall success. What's so impressive about these practice clips is how directly they translate to live game scenarios. When Lexi Hull runs through her shooting reps, it's not aimless. She's clearly rehearsing the exact shots she'll get next season once Clark draws coverage and kicks it out. Every step, every shot, serves a clear competitive purpose.
Training about 4 or 5 days a week. A lot of young guns out there now that, they want to take your spot, and I don't blame them, but it's going to be hard because I'm going to go after it.
This isn't about simply staying fit. It's about laying down the blueprint for a championship run in real time. Each athlete is focused on patching weaknesses while doubling down on their strengths inside a system crafted to elevate team synergy. The Fever aren't gambling on progress. They're constructing a precise offensive engine where every player has a defined role. And while the Fever stayed locked in, training hard coast to coast, Angel Reese's team conveniently dropped a workout video right after months of media circuits. Fans weren't fooled, though. They immediately saw the odd timing and called out the performative nature of the clip.
Lexi Hull being back in Indiana, in the gym, working out. We saw Keith Porter in there. We saw Lexi shooting her shots. We saw Lexi with reverse layup.
Let's break down what's actually happening in this clip. Angel Reese, a 6'3" forward who consistently struggled to finish near the basket last year, is seen practicing deep 2s and 3s. Those aren't shots she regularly takes, let alone makes, in games. This mismatch between her actual weaknesses and the focus of her training left both fans and analysts scratching their heads.
Angel Reese's PR team suddenly felt compelled to show she was working too.
Chicago Sky fans are voicing their frustration, with one asking directly, why is it Angel Reese's PR team releasing this and not the Chicago Sky? Another fan pointed out the clear issue. Reese needs to improve her interior game, yet she's working on three-pointers, a skill that doesn't align with her role. This criticism highlights a fan base that clearly understands basketball fundamentals, better than what's being shown in the video.
Angel Reese back in the gym practicing the 15 to 17 foot, but we see a lot in the Angel Reese practice footage of her working on this type of game, right? There's not too many practice videos that have been released on the Angel Reese front that doesn't involve her working with Lisa Leslie, that you see her working on her post moves, working around finishing around the basket, finishing around the...
What's strikingly absent in Reese's video is any involvement from the Chicago Sky coaching staff. There's no clear development strategy, no expert guidance customizing drills to address her weaknesses, just Angel, a camera, and what seems like a quickie session more focused on social media than actual growth. Considering Reese shot a woeful 44.5% from under 5 feet, one of the worst marks in WNBA history for a player attempting that many shots in that range, you have to question why she's working on perimeter shooting instead of focusing on finishing around the rim. Her 39.1% field goal percentage last season should be a loud signal to work on layups and close-range shooting, not threes.
He's guarding you. There's no chance you're going to get your shot blocked if you take a 3. Nobody's guarding you. There's no way.
Way!
How does she get her shot blocked all the time, man?
I don't get it!
Never seen a professional basketball player make a layup look so awkward, so uncoordinated. Goes off the wrong foot. Call it the poopity-scoopity shot.
Bang!
When little bro thinks he can play against the big bro.
Who's your daddy? Bang!
Angel, do the Dirk. Yeah, you know, the Dirk. That fall away. Do it. Yeah, look at that bag work.
Bang! This league rocks!
What's even more revealing is how Reese seems to be ignoring advice from basketball legends like Lisa Leslie, who reportedly advised her on her game development.
Your left side, like Pope says, feel somebody on your left side, turn right. Feel somebody on your right side, turn left. We don't really see that with the Angel Reese workout videos. We see a lot of this, a lot of jump shots, set shots, catch and shoot, dribble, dribble, shot, dribble, dribble, pull up. Maybe we'll take it to the lane from 15 feet out on a drive, but not too much post.
Shaquille O'Neal has also shared similar advice about enhancing her post game. Yet here she is, hoisting jump shots instead of fine-tuning her low-post moves. The timing couldn't be more obvious. This doesn't appear to be part of a well-thought-out plan, but a reactive attempt to match the Fever's viral training videos. Basketball experts have ripped the video, calling it style over substance, suggesting it focuses more on appearance than addressing her true weaknesses.
WNBA leveling up and all eyes on her now. I think that she knows that she has to completely restructure her form because that is not the way to be efficient in the post position that she is in. At the post position that she's in, a layup is supposed to be a given. She needs to improve her touch around the rim, like all over the place, but she seems to take these desperation.
You don't need to be an expert to spot the flaw when a player struggling with basic finishing skills is focusing on the wrong things. It shows either a lack of self-awareness or poor guidance, both of which are concerning for a young player's future. When basketball analysts say to let the numbers tell the story, they mean it. Behind Reese's flashy Instagram clips lies a reality that would make any shooting coach shudder. And it only gets worse the deeper you dig. Her struggles extend far beyond the basket. Shooting under 15% from 5 to 9 feet is disastrous for a post player's offense. That's less than 2 successful shots for every 10 attempts just a few feet from the hoop. This isn't just a bad stretch. It's a serious technical flaw that needs urgent attention.
Reese was my power forward. And he saw this chart that we're looking at right now. And I see that when she's close around the basket finishing on layups, she's shooting 42%. And when I see Camila Cardoso around the basket finishing on layups, bottom of the chart, folks, she's finishing at a 56% clip. Well, if I'm Tyler Marsh, I am saying to myself, okay, let's make sure that this paint is not congested. So when we hand it to our big girl, when we hand it to our higher pick of the two from the 2024 WNBA draft, when we hand it to the better finisher out of the two, when we hand it to the better player out of the two offensively, let's make sure this paint is open so she has some.
What's especially revealing are the rebounding stats. Nearly 40% of Reese's rebounds last season came off her own missed shots. While grabbing your own miss does show hustle, when it happens this often, it creates a statistical illusion, inflating her rebounding numbers while covering up one of the most inefficient finishing rates for someone her size and position. It's basketball's version of failing upward: miss, rebound, miss again, repeat.
Just a fact, she is, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet, 13.
Professional shooting coaches have pointed out the key mechanical flaws holding Reese back. Her release point often starts too low, at chest level, causing a pushing motion instead of a fluid shooting stroke. Even more problematic is her tendency to cross her wrists during the shot, disrupting the alignment needed for accuracy. These aren't minor adjustments. These are fundamental issues that demand a complete technical overhaul. The difference between Reese and Aaliyah Boston is glaring. Despite playing a similar role, Boston shot 55.2% from the field in her rookie season, showing exactly what efficient post play looks like. That 16% difference represents the gap between a player who consistently converts high percentage chances and one who wastes them.
She can get back to building that brick house on the hoop like she did last year. With her shot release, I don't know how she gets any shots off. Well, you heard what I said. And look, the guy's being objectively just critical when it comes to basketball. With that release, how is she getting shots off? It's real slow. It's a good question.
Boston's approach to improvement further emphasizes the disconnect. Her training focuses on specific footwork drills, finishes around the rim, and left-hand development, skills that directly address her positional needs. On the other hand, Reese's workouts showcase perimeter shooting, a skill she rarely attempts or makes during actual games, neglecting the glaring issues with her inside finishing. You don't need advanced coaching knowledge to spot the problem. Reese is practicing the wrong skills. When a 6'3" post player with poor finishing stats focuses on three-point shooting, it signals a troubling lack of self-awareness about her true role and weaknesses.
World are we working on layups or not working on layups when you got such a problem and you're so inefficient with your inside ball game? I just don't understand it. All right. Not only that, but that release is still draggy and slow. All right. You're 4. Why are you shooting that far away? I get it. Eventually, you got to develop a jump shot. But you got to get the fundamentals down.
This mismatch between her statistical reality and her practice focus isn't just disappointing, it could be career-limiting. In a league where roster spots are precious and player development windows are short, working on the wrong skills is a luxury no player can afford. Career longevity in the WNBA isn't about social media following, it's about growth. What we're seeing from Clark and Reese could be the deciding factor between becoming a future Hall of Famer or fading into whatever happened to obscurity.
Lead the league in brick layups and single-handedly keeping their team out of the playoffs once again. Look, I'm watching for some real interesting things to happen this year. Can she cure the layup issue? That's a big one. Number 2, will the Chicago Sky sideline their real superstar, Carmilla Cardozo, for Angel Reese? That ball should be feeding from the outside in through that big that can absolutely...
Veterans like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird didn't dominate for 2 decades. By accident, they continuously evolved, adding new dimensions to their game, refining skills, and adapting to changing defenses. This blueprint for sustained excellence is something Clark clearly understands, while Reese seems to be heading in an entirely different direction. Clark's methodical approach to improvement, focusing on tightening her handle against pressure, expanding her mid-range game, and finishing through contact, shows strategic evolution, a path already blazed by multi-time MVPs.
In that world. And so my only advice is usually just to make sure they keep basketball the main thing, because at the end of the day, that is your vehicle. It's your vehicle to... Angel Reese has a podcast. It's her vehicle to be a podcaster, right? Whatever Caitlin ends up doing, it's the vehicle to get you to that point. So you always want to make sure that part doesn't fall.
Meanwhile, Reese's focus remains puzzlingly split. As her social media presence grows, her core basketball weaknesses remain unaddressed. The reality check from WNBA history is sobering. Many former top draft picks have flamed out after their rookie contracts because they didn't evolve beyond their initial strengths. The same defensive adjustments that exposed Reese's weaknesses last season will only get more complex unless she completely shifts her focus. Basketball development experts identify the second season as a crucial make-or-break time, where players either fix their vulnerabilities or watch as opponents exploit them relentlessly. Clark is seizing this opportunity with purpose, while Reese seems to be treating this window as an afterthought, prioritizing brand deals and media appearances instead.
Back in her natural habitat, back in the lab, playing basketball, and it's got to be a scary sight for the rest of the WNBA if she gets even better, because it's not as if she wasn't absolutely phenomenally elite as a rookie and arguably the best player in the league after the Olympic